Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Man-Made Podcast KA with your host, Stephen Mbaki.
And I'm Silas Otieno.
And we are here to unpack masculinity in the 21st century. And our aim is simple: to re-energize, to rebuke, and refocus man, to embody the highest standards of masculinity. And yeah, we are pegged on three very fundamental beliefs. One, that God created man in his own image and likeness. He created them male and female. The second one is that all man is exceedingly sinful and in need of a savior. The third one is that Jesus Christ, the Son of God, the second person of the Trinity, is the only perfect man who has ever walked this earth. And he's the embodiment of perfection. He is our standard. He is our goal. And that is who we aim to follow after. And yeah, tunataka kuanza. We are first of all going to start by thanking every single one of you who's been tagging along with us in this journey. This is a journey as well for us as well as for you guys. So we're not coming here as to just the standard is Christ, yeah? So thank you so much for joining us on this journey. It's an encouragement to see people engage with the content, give us feedback, show their interest. That's the affirmation. That's the affirmation that we are speaking to someone's needs. And we hope that we will continue to do so. We'll continue to remain faithful to what we are doing. Yeah, so tutaka kuanza. Silas, umeshinda aje? How have you been? Quick check-in.
I've been good. I've been very much okay. I traveled to Homa Bay County.
It was a traveling weekend.
Yes. We had I attended a burial of a friend and a colleague who lost his brother, and discovered Homa Bay County. And Devolution is doing some things, and this country is opening up. Initially, rural to urban migration was too much because opportunities were only in Nairobi. But right now, you can almost get anything.
Yeah.
I happened to go to Kisii town.
First time, Mama?
Town. I think second time, just in passing, but this time I stopped.
You stayed kidogo?
No, I didn't. I stopped, yes, and moved around. Kisii town is beautiful.
Did you drive there?
Yes.
Okay.
Narok. Nice. Like, I think in the next so many years, 10, 20 years, all these counties will be opening up kabisa. And I think there's a lot of work to be done in Homa Bay. But I enjoyed being there. I enjoyed sitting by the lake and eating food that my taste bud has not forgotten. So a restaurant there.
Yeah.
I even carried food.
You carried?
To Nairobi.
Aya. Ya kupika ama yenye imepikwa?
Yenye imepikwa. My friend ilikuwa imepikwa with love. Ilikuwa imepikwa na kila kitu mpaka nilikuwa nasikia kuenda kwa kitchen kutip the chef.
Nice. I've never been to Homa Bay, by the way.
I
think is upande the place I have gone to. Ama nimepitia Kisumu. I have passed through. I've stayed in Kakamega for a while. Kakamega is a really nice place.
Very nice.
Very beautiful.
My
place.
hometown.
Is your hometown?
Yes. Mumias Kakamega.
I've passed through Kisumu. I have not been to Lake Victoria. I have not been hizo sides karibu na Lake Victoria.
Okay.
So there is still a lot of exploration to do. But this weekend as well, pia mimi nilikuwa traveling.
Mombasa.
We went for a camp once. The first time with the young adults, we've gone for a camp. Our young adults group is coming up really good.
Very. We are actually surprised. We were saying in some meeting somewhere that, man, this is the first in from 2010. This is the first from 2010. So you can imagine.
Yeah.
I came here in 2010.
That tells you something.
That tells me a lot. You guys are doing a good job.
Yeah.
Continue building a community.
Yeah.
Those relationships will matter.
They do.
They will matter a lot in the future. And you don't know where each and every one of you will end up. And you might end up somewhere. And they will really matter when time comes. I love that brotherhood. And I learned brotherhood from the teams that come to Kenya from US. And I asked one guy, he was a Marine, a retired Marine. Yeah. And I asked him what he learned about, what he loved about being in the army. He told me there is no bond as strong as you fighting with a brother, knowing that they have your back. And if you're going to die, you're going to die together. Yeah. That he told me that bond supersedes even the bond in marriage. Like, no wonder, even when you see in the movies, these guys are so tied together. Yeah. So I long to have such a brotherhood.
For sure, man, for sure.
To have such people, and you know, men grow well in those kind of packs.
In those packs, yeah.
Yes, not very huge, but very small packs of men where we can sit down, and you just know me. You just know me very well. You'll know my struggles, and you can relate.
Yeah.
From a man's perspective.
Yeah.
So it was nice traveling, but nowadays I hate driving. I seriously hate it. It's tiring.
Yeah.
Initially, I was a speed freak. I still move fast, but I don't like it as much. Every time I start driving long distance, I'm thinking about the destination, and it's taking too long to get there.
We were worried about this trip because we were part of the planning committee and everything. We were worried about how things would have gone, the itinerary, how would it have worked. Hey, things went really well. Not really above expectation.
Nice.
You go there and not all the things that you want to do, you do, but the things that you do become very fulfilling. And so ilikuwa poa sana. And imagine we were just the 4 gentlemen in that camp. I think
and
4
how many ladies?
Ladies were the rest, and we were 21 in total.
Oh,
but there were other 2 gentlemen who to join from Mombasa, the ones who were hosting us, they were taking us around. So at least kulikuwa na a good balance after wame join.
I had thought of popping up, but this burial came.
It came in.
I would have just shown up. 45 minutes I would be there. It's 45 to an hour by flight.
By flight, you wanted to fly?
Yeah.
So.
Because, you see, driving to Mombasa by car, when you're alone, is more costly than flying. You know that?
Yeah.
Because flight is like 7,500 or 8,000.
One way, eh?
One way. Driving is like 10 to 15K.
Yeah.
That is including of you have stopped at Mtitwande to eat something and all that. So when you're alone, when you are many people, like let's say 4, it's better to drive.
It's when you're like 4, it's cheaper to drive.
When you are alone, fly. It's cheaper. People think that if, flying is not class. It's just economics. It's economics.
It should be convenient.
It should be convenient. And in an hour, you are there.
You're there.
I wanted to pop in and then maybe leave the next day.
Hey, so.
But,
and we were in Likoni, Shelley Beach.
Oh,
actually, on a beachfront property
owned
by a certain Catholic church. Now, the interesting thing is we were by ourselves in that property. There were no other people.
How big is it?
It hosts 17 people, but because we were 21, some people were able to share rooms, and it still worked. And then we were by a beachfront. So, ukifungua tu like the back, whatever door, the ocean is there. There's a whole beach there, and it was really
You'll
nice.
give me their contacts because kuna this crew and our crew pale job. I want to washikanisha wote tu anguke huko.
Hiyo ndakuja pia.
Yeah. So as we are doing staff corporate meetings, au watakuwa tu huko wanazurura. We'll leave them to and then we do an episode there.
Yeah. All right.
Sindio?
It's a plan.
Hiyo plan imekuwa kutoka last year.
Live on camera.
Yes. The last time we had planned about it, we didn't have a studio. And we did the math and we saw how much it would cost.
Yeah.
Then we said, let's put this money to a studio. It's more. So the money we were to go with, we were to go to Watamu.
Watamu.
The money we were to go with, we decided to set up the studio.
Right. That was how. Anyways, that's how we've been. We hope you've been well. And if you've been following, we have been on now 3 episodes tackling one particular trait, that is discipline. And we started by introducing it, talking about 3 very interesting individuals in history. Musashi guy, the Jiro Ono, and now Benjamin Franklin. And in Benjamin Franklin, we have narrowed in on the 13 virtues. Now, these are all people who've done incredible things that have been documented in history. They had a sole focus. They decided to channel their energies and discipline themselves to attain what it is that they had set out to attain. And what we're trying to do is seeing whether we can replicate some of these things. Because the principles don't change.
They don't.
They don't change. Discipline as it was back in the day will not, will have the same consequences if it is to be replicated now.
Yeah.
Even in our current day and age, even in the way times have changed and everything. Yeah, so as men, this is where we are. I hope you have been tracking with us. So We tackled a number of traits last time. I think maybe like 3. We're going to be tackling another few. And the first one that we are tackling today is resolution. Resolution. Now, resolution, what do you understand by that word? Silas, when you think about that word, what comes to your mind?
When I refer, it says, from where I'm referring, resolution is the power of commitment and follow through.
Yeah.
Deciding what is right or necessary and then sticking to it without hesitation. I like that.
Yeah.
So he says, resolution is the power of commitment and follow through. You put your commitment onto something,
You follow through.
and you follow through. Deciding what is right or necessary.
Yeah.
There is the virtue, the characteristic of rightness and necessity, and then sticking to it without hesitation.
You can already see how it's tied into discipline, or how
Exactly.
if a disciplined person will resolve to do what it is that they have committed to do. They will commit to something and follow through.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is something that it's lacking. We are living in a time. Have you noticed that our concentration span is going very low?
Dwindling, yeah, it's getting worse.
Yeah, you put a 5-minute video, nobody will watch.
Yeah.
Guys want 160 seconds.
The algorithm does not lie.
Yes.
The videos that get the most traction end up to be within a particular time frame.
Yes.
Uki exceed,
Yes.
there's a very good chance that you won't gain that traction. That tells you something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things. We have a lot of Kevin O'Leary, the billionaire from Shark Tank. He talks about noise to what noise to signal ratio. Something he calls noise to signal ratio.
Yeah.
So he says noise is anything that distracts you from what you're supposed to do. Signal is what you're supposed to do. So he usually says that he talks a lot about this guy from Amazon who he says was very lousy to him, but he was very much impressed about who he's called Jeff Bezos.
Bezos, yeah.
Yes, that he was very, very impressed about the guy. And he said, for you to succeed and for you to have that resolve, you must have a greater percentage of signal than noise.
Signal to noise ratio.
Signal to noise ratio. And we're talking about 80-20. That you have 80% signal 20% noise. Like you are responsible for what you pay attention to and how much of your time it takes.
Wow, okay, that's yeah.
Noise to signal ratio. I've tried to apply it. So anytime I resolve, I say I want to do something, I ask myself, what is the noise? There is so much noise, Steve, in what you want to do.
Yeah.
If you would have gone to people and told them that we want to start a podcast called Man-Made, and we want to talk to men and we want to address masculinity issues, we're not coming in as experts or people who have mastered manhood. We're also learning as we are talking about what we are learning. You'll hear a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Majority of the things will be noise. Oh, you won't succeed. Oh, this and this and this. So if you listen to the noise, if the noise percentage becomes greater than the signal,
leads you to be more distracted.
You'll be more distracted, you'll not do it. But the noise will be there. You have to understand that the noise will always be there. So it is you to decide what you pay attention to. And that is the signal, the job, getting the job done, going and researching, studying. Like you are the one who came up with the Benjamin Franklin's 13 virtues. I never even knew anything about that until you brought it up.
Yeah.
So when you concentrate and focus on that particular thing, then when your signal is greater than the noise, then you do well.
Wow, that's really powerful. I think especially that talk about the noise.
Yeah.
There is a lot of noise. And I think from what you've said, noise is what is distracting you from, achieving what it is you've committed to achieve.
Exactly.
And so if the noise ratio is higher than the signal, then that means that kuna shida.
Yeah.
And what would be the evidence for noise in someone's life, in a man's life? What would be the evidence for noise?
I can give you a quick example using working out. We are almost getting to January. After on 31st, people write resolutions. Maybe you have a resolution to get into shape. You have resolved to have your finances in order. You have resolved to have your relationships in order.
Yeah.
People make many resolutions
Yeah.
at that time. But you can almost tell when it gets to April, so many people have left. If you've left, the noise has exceeded the
noise
signal.
has exceeded the signal.
Because that was your signal at the beginning. That is what you sat down and saw, that this is a thing I am going to do.
You made resolutions.
And you made that resolution, even wrote it down. People even prayed about it. And then, what is this that has taken you out of that signal? What is this it's the noise. And noise comes in terms of discouragement, burnout, all these things. I'm telling you, when I resolved, and I like using myself as an example because I have been there, I'm a witness. When I resolved to go to the gym, that was in 2021, I have not stopped.
Yeah.
I have not stopped. Don't you think I had a lot of noise? There's a lot of noise that comes. Burnout, you're tired, there is the bed, there is any other thing. I can wake up in the morning and watch a movie.
Or go on social media.
I can go on social media, I can scroll.
Yeah.
There is so much to do with so little time. So as a person who has resolve, you say there is so much to do, but I will prioritize. I like telling, I told Trace in the other episode, something we call a cost-benefit analysis. When you do a cost-benefit analysis, you measure the cost versus the benefit in layman's term. How much is this thing going to cost me? And what are the benefits that I'm going to get?
Yeah.
If the benefits do not outweigh the cost, that's not your venture.
Okay.
If the cost outweighs the benefit, that's not your venture. Leave it. You must go into ventures where the benefit will far outweigh the cost.
That applies to everything. Okay.
Now, when we're talking about the gym, the cost of going to gym is waking up very early. For those of us who like to train in the morning, there are others. Time doesn't matter anyway here, as long as you do it within the 24 hours.
Yeah.
So for me, it is waking up early. That means I've forfeited sleep. And maybe yesterday night, I was very busy and I slept maybe very late. Now, watching your diet is another thing that you have to do.
And the noise kwa chakula ni
Noise
nyingi.
kwa chakula ni nyingi. Just scroll through. You'll not go through 3 posts without seeing the junk foods posted.
Or being told there's a new joint.
Yes, all those things.
Yeah.
The other thing is pain. The other thing is patience of letting your body adopt and then making it become second nature to you.
Yeah.
You don't do this in a short time. You consistently do it. So it is resolved. You tell yourself, and let me tell you, motivation is nothing, Steve. Motivation is nothing. We have a country of many motivational speakers, but a country that is demotivated.
That's true. That's true.
We have so many motivational speakers, but we are a demotivated country. So motivation is just to start you off. That small spark, it's the ember that sets the whole field ablaze.
Yeah.
So motivation just starts you off. So what you do when you start, that desire to start is the motivation itself. When you get to there, like you remember Mike Tyson when he said everyone has something to say until they're hit in the mouth. Till they're punched in the
face, yeah.
Yes. So motivation counts for so little. The next thing that happens is discipline. And discipline is where we have consistency, resolve. All these things come because of that discipline. So noise to signal ratio.
Noise to signal ratio. I hope you guys are learning. I'm taking notes myself. And I think excuses also fall into the category of noise. And we give ourselves a lot of excuses why we don't resolve to do something. Yeah.
Steve, we have very valid reasons why we will not do the things we want to do.
If you're looking for excuses, you'll find them.
If it is reasons, everyone has valid reasons. You have a valid reason why you never came to work early. You have a valid reason why you never did work. You have a valid reason why you never succeeded. So everyone has reasons. Who wants to listen to your reasons?
No one.
No one.
And no one cares.
And no one cares. No one cares about your reasons. People care about winners.
And results.
and results. It is win or you die. That's the resolve. People only care about results. When you see Eliud Kipchoge going and breaking world record,
Yeah.
who asks him about the things where he comes from, what he has been doing? Only if you're shooting a documentary.
Yeah.
But everybody in the whole world knows Eliud Kipchoge has won. That's what matters, Steve. People don't care about how you
How you fell ill one time and you couldn't train.
Yes, how you fell. Who will ever ask you of those stories?
They won't ask you. Yeah.
They won't ask you. They don't care.
Or how you argued with your wife and you were demotivated.
Yes. I didn't train because I argued. Who cares? Nobody cares. And you have to signal to noise ratio. You have to be 80% signal. All these other reasons are valid. I don't deny the validity of your reasons why you did not go or why you did not succeed. You have a valid reason. But the thing that I will remember is you didn't succeed.
Yeah.
You failed. So we have to always know that the world only cares about the results.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, that's how my greatest fear is to stop being valuable. That's the thing I fear the most in my life.
Interestingly, studies have shown, and you remember that study I cited, done by a certain Australian researcher, looking into the suicide notes that men were writing and what was a consistent theme appearing in those notes. The lack of worth, feeling as though they're useful or worthwhile. That was constantly repeated. Niliona ni kama sina, ni kama sihitajiki, you know. And that's kind of tied to what we're talking about.
There was a time when I was in the gym, I injured my lower back. I have never been as emotional as I was. That thing broke my heart. I went to do squats. I did one and I could not do anything.
Yeah.
I trained for an hour and a half. I sat down in that gym for an hour and a half, weeping about how I have injured myself and I'm never going to train again. You see?
Yeah.
Those are the things that should cause us to desire to do a lot. Our greatest fear as men should be fear of non-performance. I hear people talking about where they were born. You had no say where you were born. Who decides?
No one.
No one. You don't decide whether you'll be born in a rich family or a poor family. So that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We will punch you in the face. Shut up about where you're coming from. You'll be punched in the face. Forget about your absent father or mother. Forget about them.
You also had no say in that.
You had no say in their presence or absence in your life.
Yeah.
Forget about where you grew up, whether in a ghetto or in a posh place. You had no say about that.
Yeah.
But you know what you have a say in? How you turn out. How you turn out, Steve, is perfectly your responsibility. Stop sitting down and saying, I have failed because of my father. Your father did not make you fail. He affected your life one way or another.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You see the way guys in UFC and boxing, you get punched, you see stars, you fall down, but you don't talk about the stars you have seen. You wake up and you shake your head and you continue or you give
Otherwise,
up.
you're knocked out.
Otherwise, you'll be given another one. You see? And you tell yourself, amenipata, he's hit me. Eh? So next time I'm making sure they don't hit me. So it doesn't matter where you come from. Those are noise. When you languish in noise, you'll not do anything, Steve.
Yeah.
The people that I do not like near me are complainers.
Yeah.
People who always like to complain and talk about why they can't perform. Some of us, we've done stuff, Steve, stuff that it was survival. I have seen God's provision of give us our daily bread. I have seen it live.
Yeah.
Ile daily bread. You wake up in the morning, you have 200 shillings For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, whoever told us we need to eat 3 meals a day, that's a story for another time.
Yeah.
But you wake up with that 200 shillings and you don't know where the next 200 is coming from. You don't go to the world to tell the world how unfair it is to you. You wake up.
Yeah.
You go and do whatever you can do. You go and struggle. So I'm not telling people, I don't like telling people to do things I don't do. Today, everything can go away, Steve. Everything can go away. What happens? Do you lose your life because everything has gone away? COVID taught us that you could be a millionaire today and you are zero. The guys who are operating gym businesses, do you know gyms were closed for 1 year?
Yeah.
Can you imagine an investment that you've put in that is going gyms, hotels, that has been closed?
It's going down
whole
almost.
Year. I'm talking about gym because hotels you could deliver food. Gyms, it was nothing. Those guys, if you had put in millions, maybe you had taken a loan and you wanted to maybe service that loan, you were not able.
Yeah.
Guys lost so many things. At that time, it doesn't matter. The question is, what will you do? What will you do?
What will you resolve to do?
What will you
And
do?
the line here is resolve to perform what you ought, perform without fail what you resolve. Very poetic.
Yeah.
And it's paired with Jordan Peterson's 7th rule. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient.
Yeah.
Expedient is what's easy. What is easy now.
Yeah.
Don't pursue that. Pursue what is meaningful.
Yeah.
Meaningful so we like to think in big picture. What I am doing now, how does it tie into what the meaning of, my existence is? Like, bigger picture is looking at the actions for now having implications in the future.
Yeah.
If it is an investment for now, what implications does it have for the future? It is thinking about how the steps, it doesn't matter the time. It doesn't matter the time because sometimes we're not even in control. Time is not something we're not in control of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone can say that I have run out of time. Who has told you you've run out of time? Someone can say that this will take so much effort, will take so much, but who has told you that is something that, why is that an excuse as to why you shouldn't do something?
Yeah.
For example, if you were to look at the effort that it will have taken to set up this studio, versus the time that it will take to wait for you to get your money back and to start to see those results, and you have no certainty that the subscribers will come in. You have no certainty that the content will keep on coming. You have no certainty that you'll always have the skilled personnel to work, because you don't know everything about the cameras, you don't know everything about the mics, you don't know everything about. So who's to say that if you look at the effort that it's going to take to do something, and you don't think about the long term. So in this situation, the long-term benefits or the bigger picture is what? This studio is self-sustaining. Many people are able to know about it. People are able to book it. It's able to return and recoup revenue. It's able to build this platform and brand to a global audience, such that for all the shows, people are able to receive that content, increasing traction, increasing the subscribers day by day. And so that slow, steady progress is something that is worth thinking about as that long term. That is in the long. That's the big picture.
Yeah.
I need to think about that big picture. I need to see how I am taking steps towards that big picture, rather than thinking about how much effort I am putting in or how much effort it will take to get to that big picture.
Exactly. And God has a huge sense of humor. I mean, God decided that we will only grow, and the things that will make us succeed are the hard stuff. If it is easy, if it was easy, everyone would get it.
What was Adam told?
Yes.
What was Adam told when they were chased from the garden? You will till.
You'll till the land.
And it will be hard.
By the sweat of your brow.
By the sweat of your brow.
You shall eat.
Yeah.
And hard stuff have very meaningful results. Very meaningful. One thing I tell people, if you want to know whether or not what you're venturing in is a good one, gauge it based on how hard it is. It is not easy to put in money and start a business with that uncertainty. It is scary. There's some people who cannot bring themselves to imagine that I'll take 5 million shillings and put it in a business with a hope that one day it will give me something. It is hard to imagine, Steve. But the benefits that come from doing the hard stuff is precious. I was lied to, and I've been lied to. I was lied to that if you make money, you will live a soft life concept. I was lied to about soft life concept.
Yeah.
But the more business you do, the more you make money, the harder life gets.
Yeah.
What you call soft life is just like a small time of sitting down and relaxing. Today, if you make money, you will not sleep. You'll think about that money. You think about making more.
That's true.
You will always, you think that you will sleep. From Kevin O'Leary, the people with the money sometimes sleep the least. Because when you have money, Steve, everybody wants it. Everybody wants your money. Your parents want your money. Your friends want your money. Your significant other wants your money. The government wants your money. Everybody
They're
wants
coming for
it.
you. They're coming for
They're
you.
coming for you.
Yeah.
So now, you are here to safeguard this amount of money, and it doesn't need to be much, because even if you have 10,000 shillings, the government wants it. It wants a share of it. So your biggest job is to make sure that you make enough or make more than the society wants. So that
You're not just outrunning the cost of,
Yes.
of inflation or whatever.
you have to
You're
outrun
outrunning all these other things.
yes,
The demands for your money.
everything. And that's why I told you flashiness on social media is fake, Steve. People who are flashy, unless they are billionaires, non-billionaires, which is very rare to find a non-industrial billionaire flash.
Because this Dangote guy, don't see him flashing
Yes.
around his world.
They have either gotten that money illegally or they are into some very weird stuff. I can tell you that for a fact. Money you have made from hard work, you hide it like your boxer. Unaificha, unaifungia, unataki in shati. You don't want anyone to come near it. Because you know how hard
The effort was.
the effort it has taken. People don't go and find a gold mine. I can't go and find a gold mine and wonder how to make you rich. I hide that gold mine. I mine it and mine it and mine it until you discover me. And I hide it. So
Yeah. Hey, si rahisi. Si rahisi. Even when you think about like families, like, you know, someone as a man, I think people wonder why someone would struggle to sleep or have that peace of mind sometimes, which again, it could be down to also sisi pia being worried about things that we can't control, but sometimes it's also about thinking about what you have and not wanting there to be a point where you lose it.
yeah.
And fine, sometimes we always think about all the circumstances that will lead you to losing that which you have already gained. And that can be by there a very bad place to be in when you're constantly thinking about losing that which you have gained.
Yes.
Yeah.
People always say that money is a solution. I see it on TikTok a lot. That as long as you make money, you're more money, more problems. More money, when you the more you make,
Yeah.
the greater your warfare against the forces of demand and supply, the forces of inflation, the government, and everybody. Everybody wants, when you get to the top, people think that the top is the end in itself. When you get into the top, or when you get at the top, that's where the battle begins. The battle for power, the battle for influence, the battle to retain.
Yeah.
We are fans of football. You know very well it is not enough to lift a Premier League for one season. It's not enough.
It's not enough.
The minute you lift it like this,
everyone's coming for you.
Everybody's coming for it next season.
Next season, exactly. Yes. Yeah.
When you get at the top, that is what you have to realize. So the top is not soft.
No.
The top is actually a little bit unsettling. Do you think our president sleeps well?
No.
Do you think you can be the head of state of this country and your vacation left, right, and center? You can't. Your government will be toppled. People want that seat. They want it for their own benefit, for whatever reasons. But everyone is coming for you. So when you get the top job, when you get the top at the top of anything, that there is a saying that says, when your goblet is full to the brim, tread carefully. That is when your caution is required. But what do we see in our society?
Someone gets to the top, they stop.
They stop.
They stop. They are like, nimefika, niko sawa.
Yes, they start insulting people. That's what you see with our small boys in Instagram and all those things. When they get to the top, and you know the top is varies.
Yeah, it varies.
Even an anthill, ukiwa hapo juu, you are at the top. Could be at the top of an anthill. The top varies. But people get there. Let me give you an example of musicians. One thing I've seen, I'm not a musician. I don't claim to know anything about music, but I can just try to say what I have seen. Music career is very short. It's a very short career. Hit song has a very short lifespan. Very short lifespan.
Because again, people's attention and...
Now this is what I have seen with some, and I know not all. There are some who do this, there are some who do well. You see, someone has produced a hit song. All of a sudden, they are in shows, clubs, and this, and they are being invited left, right, and center. What I have seen in many, it gets to the head. Because you see, the more invitations, the more money. Money is coming in and pouring in fast. You should be more afraid when you're seeing that.
Yeah.
Because it's going to end. There is another person there.
Think about the big picture.
Looking at your hit song and thinking about how they'll come up with a hit song. And it's not one. It's over 1 million people in the entire world. So what you see some other people start doing, start buying lavish cars, flashy cars. You see, the money is coming
Flashy
in.
lifestyle, yeah.
Flashy lifestyle.
All the
Start
women.
showing us receipts of how I can buy liquor of 200,000. My friend, you're buying liquor 200,000. Goodness. You must know something we don't. You see others moving to posh apartments. That's the wrong time to do that. I'm not trying to tell anyone how to live their lives. But I'm just saying from how life is, from a business point of view, and from how money works.
Yeah.
Wrong decision. You're going to regret. At that point, I think you should reduce your expenditure. Rich people stay rich by not spending. A rich man told me that. No, this one I was told by a rich man.
Yeah.
He told me, the rich
Stay rich.
Stay rich
By not spending.
by not spending. The poor spend everything. That's why I said it is a scarcity mindset. The poor like to spend, and they are soon parted with their money. Because there are people who, once money hits the pocket, you will know. You will even know they have money. You'll even know. I have an elder brother, when we were young. I used to look at him when he has money. I used to know. He would be hoping. He would be very happy. When he's happy, I know he has money. I had a boss.
Yeah.
When I was doing events, who he was a very funny character. If you see him in a suit, full suit, from top, very sharp, he has nothing in his pocket.
Hey.
Yes. You know how we used to tell me, my friend Steve, you know how we used to tell he had money? he had some nice linen clothes. Na zile za baharini zile. Some linen. Ukimwona amekelea linen na slippers. When he is in linen, we used to tell each other, leo do inatoka. He had some certain behaviors. He didn't know that we had discovered him. But we always noticed when he's in a suit, he's very official, he has nothing. He's trying to attract money.
Sawa.
But when he's in linen, there's like a white linen. His name is Mato.
Sawa.
That guy taught me a lot about life. When he's in linen, we were going to events and we see the way he's dressed and we're like,
tunajua ni kuzuri.
Yeah, we are
signs and symptoms
today.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a bonus. And he was a very good tipper. He would pay us for the work and he would give us serious bonuses. We know Leo will be fed and everything. So we knew that the money that we make from this job would be good. We would frown when we saw him in a suit. And we were almost accurate when he did that. Because when he was in a suit, he was pitching for jobs. He had an image to show. Alikuwa
busy looking, trying to present the image so that
he looks man. I hope he sees this. I'm saying the truth. He's a Luo man. That guy talks big. My friend, I don't know what is it with Luo. That guy.
Hebu tuambie si uko huko.
I think we just have a lot of English. We just like to Luo, the tongue, the way Luo flows. It flows very well at English. You can even mix. Even when you go to Shago, you can find someone who's not been in school, but kikuekelea kijaluo na kizungu inaingiana vizuri. So
your language nasikia ni learn pia. It's very I've been learning a few two words into songs. It sounds so nice.
Learn that language.
Yeah. So we are tying resolution with meaning here. So remember guys, no one has certainty about tomorrow. But you can resolve to do something meaningful. And why are we tying these two together? Because when you don't have meaning and you've resolved, what have you resolved to? You're just going to be rigid doing things that aren't necessarily going anywhere, you know. But you also can't consistently just dream about the big picture without thinking about those step-by-step procedures that are going to help you build that life of purpose, that life of power. And I think the first thing that it takes to make a resolution is to tell yourself and then seek accountability by telling others. Now, I wonder what your thoughts are on that. Like, what happens? Who should you tell? Because in some cases, when you tell a certain group of people what you resolve to do, the constant message that you're going to get is discouragement. So who should you resolve to tell what it is that you
From the 48 laws of power, law number 2 states always say less than necessary. There's a story given there for a person in Russia. There was something called a Decemberist uprising in Russia, where there are guys who rebelled against the Tsar, CZAR. The Tsar was like the leader of Russia at the time. So guys rebelled, and the Tsar crushed the Decemberist uprising, the rebellion. So there was one man by the name Rylev. Rylev is a funny character because Rylev was arrested. He was the leader of the Decemberist, if I'm not wrong, one of the leaders of the Decemberist uprising. So Rylev was taken and put the hangman. It was to crush him or to punish him. He was sentenced to death by hanging. So he was put where the hangman noose, you know the hangman's noose. Yeah. So he was put there. And a rope was put on his neck. And you know the way they would dramatize and people are there and then cut the rope.
By
and then,
public, you're hanging in public.
They actually were opening the button. Then you go down and you will die. So the bottom part was opened and Rylev started losing his breath. In the middle of that, the rope snapped. Yes, the rope snapped and Rylev fell down and he coughed. Now, in Russia, at that time, that was a divine sign. That was a sign of divine pardon. It was a sign that it is not your day to die. So the Tsar had no choice. It was actually in law. The Tsar had no choice but to pardon you, to write a presidential pardon. So when this happened, people were amazed at the fact that Rylev did not die. So one of the messengers ran with a pardon. Ran with the pardon. No, we ran to the Tsar to tell him what had happened. And he explained what had happened, and the Tsar was like, okay, we can pardon him. But before he took his pardon, before signing his pardon, he asked this messenger, did Rylev say anything? And the messenger said, yes. Rylev said, you know, in Russia, you don't know how to do anything right. You don't even know how to make rope. And the Tsar said, oh, he says we don't know how to make rope. He tore his pardon and said, let's prove the contrary. The next day, Rylev was hanged, and guess what? He died.
He died.
Just because of speaking and saying too much. The skill is not in either saying or not saying. The skill is in deciding what to say, when to say it, and to whom. What to say, when to say it,
And to whom?
and to whom. You can say a good thing at a bad time.
Yeah.
You can find me in morning and you start talking about your accomplishments. Who cares? Your accomplishments are a good thing, isn't it? And you trust me enough to be your friend to celebrate with you. But you found me morning.
So your timing is off.
It's not. Is wrong timing. So it is what to say. You have to calculate what to say. When you are doing plans from Robert Greene, when you are making plans, do not reveal everything. That is one way of people crushing you. That is one way of increasing the noise. We have talked about noise to signal ratio. If you want to increase the noise, reveal all your plans to everyone. Steve, people don't like you as much as you think they do. People do not like you as much
As you think.
and people hate hearing this. People don't like you as much as you think they do. People like themselves. Funny thing about people I have seen, we love ourselves so much. But when it comes to doing things, we are so much concerned about other people's opinion of us. Why is it that we love ourselves so much?
That factors in the noise, eh?
Yes, that is the noise. And we care so much about what people think about you. Steve, if I think you're a loser, what does that have to do with you? Think, then sleep, wake up tomorrow, watch your diet, exercise.
So if I keep thinking about what you're thinking about me,
Yes.
I'm wasting my time.
And I've surrendered a lot of power to you. Why give a human being that much power? I have given you so much power that whatever I do is determined or dependent on how you will perceive it or how you'll accept it. That's when I started doing things that I feel is right. Not feeling, I'm very careful about the things I do, but people's opinion matter very little to me. They matter very little to me. I listen to them. I am an emotional person and we have emotions as human beings. Some of them crush your emotions, but I don't pay much attention about it. It's noise. Do not listen to the noise. Steve, you decide to do something. Leave the noise alone. Noise will always be there. There is a verse in the Bible that says the Son of Man came. This is a bad paraphrase. A bad one.
A poor one.
Disclaimer. A poor one. John the Baptist came not eating. They said he had a demon. The Son of Man came eating and drinking. They said he was a glutton. Whatever you do, people will say something. And let me tell you, Steve, the people who don't know you have a lot to say about you. I know you. When a situation has come about you, I will not have as much to say as people who don't know you. Someone will create a podcast, a whole 1 hour to talk about you, and they have never seen you. They don't know you from a hole in the wall. They don't know you. So, the noise will always be there.
Yeah.
Don't worry. At some point, it used to affect me. I would go to our TikTok and I would check
the engagement. The
comments, engagement. Yeah. Somebody told me, you are talking too much about relationships. Can you talk to us about money? Am I a financial institution? I'm trying to figure out my money. Why are you telling? Why do you want me? Why do you want to be the one who determines what I say? I am interested in talking about relationships, in talking about power. That's just me.
Yeah.
So I told him, there are many podcasts that talk about that. Please follow them.
Yeah.
You see? So that is the noise. Others will tell you, do you know how I get insulted? I get insulted. And people tell you, you think that you know it all. No. If we teach because we know it all, business school lecturers would be running the most successful businesses in Kenya or in the world. Do they? Or are they? No. So you don't have to be that person to talk about that. You just have to learn. And these are concepts. There are people who have penned these ideas, put them on paper. You can read and talk about them. Every marriage is unique. You know that?
Yeah.
But there are principles of marriage. Principles that every relationship is unique, but there is principle. So we endeavor to talk about the principle. You use the principle and apply it to your own situation. How many people are you supposed to marry to know about marriage?
If the idea was marry as many people so that you know as much as you can about marriage, then those who have divorced multiple times would be the most.
Yes.
But what do we see about patterns of behavior? Those who end up divorcing multiple times are the least likely to sustain a long-term relationship or marriage. Yeah.
People are so mistaken. People are just angry. Sometimes when I see those people who tell me what to talk about, I sometimes view them as, sometimes it's just an insecurity. You are trying to justify the path you never walked. Yeah. And I'm telling you, people will have something to say. On Mondays when I exercise, I do leg day. The reason why people skip leg day, it is the hardest. You see those squats I do? It is the hardest and the most painful. I do them regularly, but my body composition, my legs take time to grow as much as my upper body. So I go there one day and I'm posting my video doing squats. A guy just comes and posts the picture of a chicken leg.
Wow.
An emoji of a chicken leg.
It's shaky.
Now, that person that person is telling me something in that one picture. You hurt my feelings, but it's our chicken leg.
Hey. Savage lakini ujamaa kukwambia poa.
So haijaisha. So I say, fine, maybe this is a fitness expert. They're trying to tell me to do something.
Yeah.
I go to his profile and he has a seriously big belly. He's seriously out of shape. He's seriously out of shape.
And that tells you why they did that.
If I had not checked his profile, I would be hurt. I would have been hurt. But when I checked his profile, I actually felt pity for him. I actually felt pity for him because this guy is angry because of this journey he has not walked. He must, it should tell me a lot about him than it does me. Nowadays, if you post a negative comment on our TikTok, I go to check your profile. I go to your profile. One insulted me. I was talking about men's behavior, the dark face and filters and excessive. He insulted me for saying people should not do that. I'm not saying people should not do it, but it tells us a lot about you as a man. You do it.
But it communicates.
It communicates a lot.
Yeah.
The effect you think it is giving is a different one. The effect you think it is giving to people is a different one. And he insulted me. I went to his page, and I don't think that person is straight. I don't think so. He was behaving like a woman, behaving in a very despicable way. Even his dressing, and I understood. All that guy had to do was just pass and say, I hate these guys' videos, and just scroll away. But that's what life is. So noise, we are talking about resolve. Don't listen to the noise. The noise will always be there. If today you became a president, it doesn't matter what you do, Steve. You will be insulted. You will be loved. You will be insulted. Regardless of how good your policy is. If you are a leader in an organization, you will be misunderstood. You will be gossiped about. Those things will happen to you. Because human beings like to talk, and some of them, it is a release. It is a way of releasing. Understand them. Have mercy on them. The way Jesus Christ looked at the congregation and he had compassion. When someone is insulting you and you find out why, have compassion on them. Others are just having a bad day. There is something here, some three things that, let me just quickly point out.
So.
Resolve is more than motivation. It's a decision. Resolve is a decision. Motivation fades.
Yeah.
Resolve endures. Motivation fades.
Resolve endures.
You must tell yourself, I'm motivated today. Tomorrow I will not be motivated. Motivation is nothing.
Yeah.
Number 2, failure to decide is a decision to fail. Failure to decide is deciding to fail. Is you have made a decision to fail. If you, whatever you want to pursue, Steve, if you never decide to pursue it, you have
made a decision to fail.
You have made a decision to fail. It is a journey not walked. You'd rather walk in that journey and meet, say, snakes, serpents, and scorpions, and then come back and say, I went on this journey and I met snakes, serpents, and scorpions. Now, the next time I'm going on this journey, I'm going to know how to kill these snakes and continue with the journey. But if you don't walk that journey, you never will get there.
Yeah.
There are people who want jobs and they don't want to apply. You want to be something in life, but you don't want to go down to get dirty. You'd rather get dirty and fail. I'm telling you, you'd rather get dirty and fail. You'd rather fail in whatever you have done. Failure. Learn how to laugh at yourself. If you learn how to laugh at yourself, nothing will faze you. Do you know how many people I have heard who have said this man, from the time I was a young person, this guy, I lived a life of hearing how I will amount to nothing, Steve. I almost believed it. You know your father, you know you guys, you come from this place. I heard it. One that crushed me, I was in primary school, and that teacher really was brutal towards me. He told me how I am nothing. I will never amount to anything. My father was struggling with school fees. My mom used to make vitambaa hizi za kutengeneza kiti. That's how I paid my fees. She would go and make vitambaa and go and plead with the head teacher. Anamwambia sina pesa, but I can give you this vitambaa. Can you take it, accept it as fee? And somebody tells you are nothing, or you will be nothing. If you listen to that noise, you are going to be nothing. I can guarantee you.
100%.
But if you listen to it and make a resolve to prove them wrong, you will be something. And the last one is something I've seen in Daniel 1:8. Daniel resolved not to defile himself with the royal food and wine. He was taken to the palace where Nebuchadnezzar was there. It was King Nebuchadnezzar time, isn't it? And Nebuchadnezzar was feeding these 4 Hebrew boys. But Daniel said that he's not going to defile himself. in partaking of that food, and maybe it was food offered to idols. He resolved, Daniel, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego resolved not to do it. And they even grew healthier. God cared for, God watched over them and cared for them.
Yeah.
Steve, when you decide something, move. The road is never clear. Clear roads are dangerous. Clear roads spell carelessness. People are very careless in smooth roads. But if you are driving towards where I come from, and you know, hii barabara, najaribu tu kusema tu hii barabara ya Kapsabet, simtengeneza.
In short,
simtengeneza tu hii barabara ya Kapsabet. It is so bumpy.
Yeah.
You're more careful in bumpy roads. You don't know where the next pothole is, but you don't want to hit it. So you drive slowly, carefully. Do it, and do it carefully. Resolve is a very good thing.
It is a very good thing indeed, and I think we would continue about it. It's almost making its own episode, but
Let's
we want
just
to jump.
do it.
It's almost making its own episode.
Okay.
But let's just jump to the second trait so that we can move. For the guys who are following through, I think we have spoken very clearly about how you need to have meaning in resolution, how it's important for you to be vigilant. You know, it's important for you to go ahead and do that thing you have resolved to do. Just perform what you have resolved to do and do what you must. Yeah. So, yeah, that's been an amazing conversation.
No, just continue.
Yeah.
But I don't take you back.
Sawa. So the second trait that we're going to cover today is frugality. Remember, we're still on discipline.
Yes.
Now, frugality. The line here is make no expense, but to do good to others or yourself. Waste nothing.
Oh my.
Waste nothing. Spend less than you earn, which sounds very simple. Yet typically, as numbers dictate, people tend to outspend what they have.
Yes.
So live frugally not only keeps you humble, but it teaches you the value of money.
When it comes to frugality, I will tell you this. An advice I got. One person had advised me and told me, live within your means. Another one who was wiser came and told me, live below your means.
And this is advice coming from a wealthy person.
This is advice coming from I told you the rich stay rich by not spending. When you see flashy spending, is a sign of no riches or fading riches, or riches that are not going to be there 10, 20 years later. The Bible says a wise man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. A wise man transfers his inheritance or his wealth to the third generation, not to his children.
To his children's
children. Live below your means. There is a temptation. There is a demon wa pesa. There is a temptation that comes to people when they start holding money. And that temptation and that lie from the pit of hell is that this money will not go away. It will always come like that. That's a lie from the pit of hell. That this money is always going to be there. YOLO, you only live once. Can happen to spend, let's do that. If you live like that, you are courting trouble in future. You're courting trouble. Why? Because money is not a respecter of persons. You didn't get that money because you're cute. There are other people who are cuter and they have no money. You didn't get that money because you have a brain. The other people who have a bigger IQ, but they don't have the money. You didn't get that money because you are eloquent. The other people who are more eloquent, but they don't have that money. You got that money by the grace of God.
He owns everything.
Cattle upon 1,000 hills.
Yeah.
You got that money by the grace of God. Muite Wanyos, muite whatever you'll call him. Give credit to wherever you'll give. You have gotten that money by the grace of the divine. Now, how do you reciprocate? How do you come back and show thanks? If you must spend, if you must live above your means or within your means, make sure it is in an investment. Steve, your money better sink in a business. It's better lessons. Then I went to Diani and I was in a yacht. Better lessons. Then first class. Do you know, going to course is like 7-8 Gs. First class, business class is serious. It's like 3-4 times.
Oof.
Yeah. I saw going to Dubai at the point I was looking at the charges. I wanted to go visit Kenos. When I was looking at the charges, it was around 75,000. Business class was 250,000.
Wow.
My goodness. Why on earth? Why on earth would I, even if I have 10 million shillings, say that I have an option of spending 75,000 to fly to Dubai?
Let me spend 200.
Let me leave this 75,000 seat, same plane, and go and sit on a seat that is 3 times the amount. Even if it is blessing, even if it is soft life. How do you justify this to God? Steve, how do you justify this to God?
And remember, people are coming after that money.
They are coming for it.
They're coming for that money.
And the more lavish you are, the more they want. The more they want of it.
The more it is an indicator of excess.
They make you chairman of Harambes. And in that chairman of Harambe, you've already told the world that you have money. You can't go and give 10,000.
No.
It will be a shame. This guy who paid 250,000 is giving me 10 Gs.
And because that's
People
the game
will be
you want to
insulted.
play.
That's the game
That's
playing.
the game you want to play, where it's a status game, where people now, you want people to look at you a certain type of way.
The government will look at you and say, taxman. Taxman will look at you.
Ruto ako pale, na ule jamaa.
Huyu jamaa ni wa business class. Je, analipa ushuru?
Ebu angalia kiare.
You see, everyone is coming after your money.
Yeah.
Live below your means. Somebody told me, and I've taken that advice, that my house rent should be 1/3 of what I earn. If you can pay 1/3 in terms of house rent, well and good.
Yeah.
If you're earning 10,000, you have no business living in an 8,000 shillings house. You are foolish.
Yeah.
That's what you are. If you earn 30,000, you have no business living in a 20,000 house. You are foolish. Try to live below
your means.
And save. And if you don't save just for the sake of it, put it somewhere. I would really excuse someone who lost all their money in business. I would excuse them, because you see, with business, it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
You cannot predict how a business would turn out. You're more excused. You're better at life than that person who went. You've seen people washing their hands with liquor. You go and buy an expensive liquor. That is insulting God, who gives generously without showing. You know, the Bible says that God gives generously without showing fault.
Yeah.
The concept of this world is, whether you are an atheist, whether you are a devil worshipper, whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, a Hindu, if you work hard, you succeed. The grace of God is so well distributed that even the people who hate him will succeed when they work hard.
Yeah.
Because he's the one
100%.
who gives graciously. So you who is washing your hands with liquor. There was a time when I was growing up, there was this guy. I won't mention his name because he does podcasts again nowadays. At that time, Dasani bottled water was very precious.
Yeah.
My friend, wanaitwaje, musicians, during those times, they would come to an event and specify, I want Dasani kwe hapo. It was a big thing.
Premium brand. Yeah,
taking bottled
position,
water.
by the way. Yeah. Yeah.
We've received those demands. Dasani kwe. So there is this one guy. I have never forgotten this. I was a very young boy. And I was in my mother's house and I was watching the TV. And this guy shocked us by washing his car with Dasani. Chukua gari anaiwekelea pale.
Akachukua Dasani.
Kwa mkebe ya Dasani. Kamwaga kwa hii bottle ndogo. Kwa gari hivi. Like we were, oh my goodness. This guy is so rich. He went down. And there are songs about him. Somebody else went and sang him. You can find out who that person is.
Living frugally teaches you humility, which is also, I think, the next trait that we're going to cover after we're done with discipline.
Yes.
It is required that you are humble. Actually, it is commanded that you be humble.
Yes.
God commands it of us. If anything, Jesus Christ, the very God of the very God, decided to humble himself.
Yeah.
To the point of becoming like his creation, like man, condescending to that level and choosing to die, be killed by the very people that he is coming to save.
A man who is down cannot fall.
And
a man who is down cannot fall. It is only when you rise that falling is inevitable. The higher you go, the cooler it becomes. The higher you go, the cooler it becomes. It gets very cold up there. And that should teach you something. You will not stay up there
for long.
You will not stay there for long. You will die. Name any king who stayed there for long. Name any empire which lasted forever.
None.
It goes down.
None.
Eventually. The higher you go, the cooler it becomes. So when you're there, ask yourself, how can I make most of this opportunity? The Bible says, because the days are evil. How can I make most of this? In a small way. And I'm not talking about being a billionaire. You know, people think that when you're talking about this,
we're just talking about money. No,
we're just talking about money. As little as you get. You know, on top peak of the mountain is very different to different people. Kuna mtu a million shillings a month is top of the mountain. Kuna mwingine 1 point something. Kuna mwingine 50,000 is top of the mountain. So whichever you are top,
the principles
remain. Are the same. I said money, relationships, power, same principles. Excel in one, you'll excel in all of them. Excel in one, and excel. I'm not saying manipulate your way into one or pretend to be one. Just be who you are in one area. Succeed in it. That's why it's an oxymoron. When a person succeeds in business and fails in relationships, it's a dilemma.
It's a huge dissonance.
Yes. Those things are not, that math is not mathing. If you succeed in that one area and you pay careful attention. And I have said that, I've even put a shot. I wanted to see if people would object to that. From reading relationship books, from reading power books, The Art of War, The 48 Laws of Power, and these books that talk about power, and from reading the books of money, if you just put them down, you will see it's the same principle.
Yeah.
Same principle. Same principle. Now, if you go to the Bible, sasa hapo, you would need to now argue with God because all those principles are there.
Yeah.
All those principles. Same principle. And one of the key things that you need in this world is wisdom. I understand why that is what Solomon asked for. And you see, when he got wisdom, everything else followed. So there is those things that if you get as an individual, every other thing
will start to come.
Falls into place. And it is amazing to be a man. I'm not saying women can't apply this principle. We're just talking. It's a man-made podcast.
It's because we're talking to men.
Testosterone is high here.
Yes.
We might as well. But I'm saying these are just general principles that anyone who applies them, you enjoy. Learn how to sit down and look at losses and say, hey, pale nimeekelewa, lakini ni sawa tu. You see, ni sawa tu. Learn to be that kind of person. You live a very fulfilling life because you'll not take anything seriously. And as I conclude this, power, money, relationship is a game. Peleka seriousness mahali pengine. Don't be too serious about these things. Learn how to look at them and laugh. Laugh at yourself. I was showing some people the messages, the long messages I used to send to ladies. You know, I was a double texter. I was a paragraph writer.
Yeah.
I was a writer, my friend.
Poet.
Azandika
mziki.
Hiyo ni muziki. And even now, I can imagine the smirk on her face as she was reading those messages. I can almost see her here.
You just shake your head. You just look at it. Silence.
And I look at these messages and it's a painful reminder of how weak, how much I didn't know about relationship. It's a painful reminder. So I sit down and I laugh at myself. And I look at her and say, let's look at this stupid man. And I look at my messages
and you thank God. Alikutoa kwenye.
Yes. But if you are ashamed of that failure, you will not do that. You'll be ashamed. You don't want people to know that you failed. Who has not failed in this world? So you show me that person. We deserve to write a book about them.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So, yes, we have tackled resolution and frugality. I wonder whether we have time for yet another trait.
Okay. We can continue. I have some points on frugality.
Sawa. So still, you're learning the value of money. I think your money habits tell a lot about a person. The money habits that someone has tell a lot about the person. We've talked about humility being a key trait.
Yeah.
And someone who is, you have a lot, but that's not making you proud in a sense. It's not making you look down on others.
Yeah.
It's making you more grounded. And that is the truth. That's where virtue is tested. When you have a lot and you are demanded to still remain humble and frugal and not show that you can spend lavishly and own all this property and all these things. Yeah.
Yes. There is something here when whatever I got, when they were talking about the meaning of frugality, they were saying, spend wisely, save diligently, and avoid unnecessary luxuries.
Spend wisely,
save diligently,
and avoid unnecessary luxuries.
We are not saying that luxuries are bad.
Yeah.
I have my own things my own luxuries that I struggle with. We are not saying don't have luxuries, but have it within a reasonable limit.
Parameters,
yes. Go out if you have the money to take yourself to Diani and book an expensive hotel. Do you? That's not. We are not saying that is a sin. But we are saying measure how much you have. Let how much you have determine what you can do. There are people who buying a Range Rover is nothing.
Yeah.
By all means, buy bigger. Even
buy
bigger.
it.
Yes. So he continues to say, Franklin saw frugality as the mother of wealth, a tool for freedom and generosity. And we are reminding our viewers, this was a rich man talking.
Absolutely.
He's not a poor man.
He was not a poor
frugality.
Man. No.
He's a rich man. So our consumer culture, and I've talked about this in another episode, our consumer culture is what kills us. Even in our country, consumer culture.
Yeah.
How much do we consume? I don't know anything about government, so I won't presume. I don't like talking about things I don't know. But I would say sometimes you see the expenditures for local travel. Maybe they make sense. That's why I don't like talking about them.
Yeah.
But to me, they sound very extravagant. Sounds very, very extravagant. Could we cut off on those extravagance? Could we reduce the unnecessary? Not unimportant. We are not saying it is not important. Unnecessary. Could we reduce the unnecessary and venture on the necessary? And yeah, that's how I think we should balance these things.
And it is a discipline. Yeah. It's a discipline.
Yes.
It's telling yourself that even though I have this amount, I will not just spend it the way I want to spend it.
Yes.
I will live within the parameters.
Yes.
If it is wisdom, I will apply it when I'm spending.
Yes.
I will try and live below my means.
Yes.
Because I know that this money is valuable.
Yes.
And it can be used for other purposes, for other more beneficial purposes.
Yes.
We live in communities, we live in societies. This money is, while we've said that, yes, you're building what you will own and what you will call yours, it's also going to be needed within the community one way or another.
Yeah.
People will have needs. And for you who has the excess, one of the things that we talk about principally as believers is that excess will meet someone else's need.
Exactly.
Because we won't always all be at the same level.
Yeah.
And some people sometimes will depend upon us. And it's si kuwa maisa, si ati kuweka ndio ukae nayo you hold, you become the rich fool who like, hey, I have stored in my barns, do you what?
Bigger barns.
Yes, and I will build bigger barns because now I have, and I'm keeping to myself. Because that person was rich, but he was a fool.
Yeah.
And the Lord reminded this person that, you fool, you will not live to see another day.
Your soul will be demanded.
Your soul will be demanded of you. And so, it's not to be a miser. It's not to be like, being frugal is not to be a miser. It's to understand the value of money.
Yes.
It is to remain humble.
Yes.
Those two things are essential.
Yes.
Yeah.
Money is attracted to those people who provide value. Money will chase you if you provide value, Steve. It will chase you. I didn't know when we are doing this, when we are starting this podcast, that people would appreciate whatever wisdom, because I see the majority of the comments that I see on TikTok about the videos that I post is wisdom. And you know there is a gift of wisdom. And not everyone has it. But starting this podcast and us being here, that's when you can tell. Now, people buy into that wisdom.
Yeah.
They buy into that wisdom. They see that, hey, I can call Silas and pay him. So there are people who sometimes call and ask me how much I charge for for stuff, and I don't even know, because when we were doing it, we were not doing it.
Kujaribu, manze.
We were having fun, manze. We were having fun. But kumbe, the world appreciates that thing they are calling wisdom. So now, since Silas is providing wisdom and the world appreciates wisdom, it's just a matter of time before money comes. So I've gotten some calls of some people, and someone calls you and tells you, hey, I'm in this issue. And you talk to them genuinely. One lady called me and she asked me how much I charge. I told her I will not charge you. And she was surprised. Another one called me. I just picked up the phone. We didn't do a session at the normal session. And when the session is done, they sent me some money. So money follows value. You stay at your craft. You'll never be known when it starts. The world will seem dark when you're starting. There will be no light at the end of the tunnel. There will be no light as you're doing it. But slowly by slowly, that's why I've told you God has a very great sense of humor. I think those people who succeed when they were starting, I think God just looks at them and says, if only you knew
where you
are going. If only you knew where you are going. Maybe there are people who gave up. If only you knew
where you were going,
where you would be if you never stopped. You would remove your clothes. This is a quote in Vikings. There was a guy called Rollo. And this guy, the Vikings were failing and all these things. It's a very interesting series if you must watch, if you want to watch. So there was a guy called Rollo. He tried to rebel against his brother. He failed. He tried so many things and failed. So one day he goes to a seer. And he has this seer. Tells the seer the way he is a failure, the way life is unfair to him. The seer tells him, if only you knew what has been destined for you, you'd remove all your clothes, go to the beach and dance naked the whole night. That's what the seer told him. If only he knew.
Yeah.
And it turns out this guy was destined for greatness. He wanted to die because of the number of failures that he did.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this meme of guys digging. Two guys digging. Then one digs and hits a diamond. There's diamond. Then this other guy who was digging sees this guy with one diamond, decides to abandon his pit and go and try to share in this. Kumbe, he was like 2-3 hits from hitting a sea of diamonds. Like he would have gotten many. And many times we do that. Many times we abandon what we have, thinking that other people have a better life.
Yeah.
Steve, I don't care about your life. That's the truth. Your life can be sweet, smooth.
And it's not a comparison game.
And it's not a comparison
game. Yeah.
The only person you must compare yourself, if you have to compare yourself,
It's yourself.
yes, is your past. How are you yesterday and how are you today?
What is the difference?
Yes, if there is any comparison that you must do, is a comparison with your former self. That's why I had an issue with this issue. People talking about someone's 13 years life. If you must compare if I must make a comparison, where am I today in 2025? Where was I a time like this last year? And nowadays, Google OneDrive, Google Photos, all those things will remind you. When I look at those photos, I tell myself I've grown more muscles. I've become more lean. I've grown more beard. I am a bit better. I've become more bald. I'm a bit better. So that is the best comparison.
Yeah.
If you start comparing yourself with people who are living lives that seem better than yours, that's why you see guys are going on loans to take huge apartments that they cannot afford.
A decision made expediently, a decision made in the moment because you're trying to chase after some sort of status.
People are different and you can't be like them. You cannot succeed in the same... Miano gave us a very good analogy. I think this is the final remark I'll give. He gave a very good analogy. He talked about 3 types of aircraft. He talked about a helicopter. He talked about the small plane, that one for 4 guys, like a small plane. And he talked about this huge Boeing aircraft.
Yeah.
He said the huge aircraft, they need to scale the runway a very long distance and very fast.
So they can start elevation.
To start that elevation. So they have to move at very fast speed and then they elevate. Like a small plane will move kidogo. It can take a small runway and imeenda. A helicopter doesn't need a runway. Just rises. But one common thing about these 3 aircrafts is that they find themselves in the air.
Yeah.
When all is said and done, they are all in the air.
Yeah.
Whether they went a long distance in the runway, whether they went a shorter distance in the runway, or either they just moved. So what he meant about this is we have different takeoff points, Steve. There are people who will succeed at 20, in their 20s. Stop coming to social media to tell people that if you're in your 30s and you have not succeeded, you are useless. That's nonsense. There are others who will succeed in their 30s. There are others who will succeed in their 40s. There are others in old age. The point is, have we succeeded? Whether you'll succeed at 60 and another person succeeds at 20, it does not matter. Now, this person who succeeded at 20 should stop mocking God by mocking other people. Karma is coming. You're going to pay for it. Why? It is like that helicopter that is going up mocking the Boeing for scaling the runway for a long distance. You see?
Yeah.
And you see, it doesn't matter when it will happen. You stay in your craft. Usiambiwe ati ukifika 40 and you don't have money, you have not done anything useful in life. No, don't listen to that. Those are noise. 80% signal, 20% noise. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
We've come to the end of another episode, and we want to thank you all who have been with us from the start till the end. We hope this is really edifying. We hope this is really speaking to you and to your needs. What we are saying is simple. Resolve to do something. We are all heading somewhere. We all have a trajectory, but we need to understand the bigger picture. We need to understand the bigger picture, and that will allow us to even apply the second principle with more intent, and that is to be frugal. So all these things are tied to discipline. Discipline has, sometimes you never know where a journey will go, because when we started, we were packing trait by trait. But under discipline, we have found that there are very, very specific principles that we want to mention and try and, maximize as much as we can for the benefit of the listener, for the benefit of ourselves as well, and every single man who is following with us on this journey. So we want to thank you all for being with us from the start till the end. Have a good one. See you on the next one.